We know that angles are formed when two rays come together and have a common endpoint. We also know that angles are formed when two lines meet, as in this case, and two line segments meet, like these line segments meet to form angles. So when these lines and line segments meet, they form not just one, but 4 angles. Let us see. So these lines meet to form these 4 angles. These two lines meet to form these 4 angles. These two line segments form these 4 angles. And these two line segments form these 4 angles. So 4 angles are formed in each case. Now if you see, this angle is opposite to this angle. It is opposite. This angle is opposite to this angle. This angle is opposite to this angle. This angle is opposite to this angle. Such angles are called vertically opposite angles. So the angles which are opposite to each other, when two lines or two line segments cross, are called vertically opposite angles. So these are vertically opposite angles. Vertically opposite angles are the angles which are formed by the same arms but on the opposite sides. So arm CD and AB form these two angles, but they are formed on the opposite sides. In this case also, arm AB and CD form these two angles, but they are formed on the opposite sides. Of these 4 angles, you take any 2 angles. They will either be adjacent or be vertically opposite. So if I take these 2 angles, this angle and this angle, this angle and this angle, we see that these are adjacent angles. So they are not vertically opposite angles. If I take this angle and this angle, these two are vertically opposite angles. If I take this angle and this angle, these are adjacent angles. So of these 4, take any 2, they will either be adjacent or be vertically opposite. And why are they called vertically opposite angles? Because they are opposite. They are opposite and they are on the same vertex. They share the same vertex and they are opposite. Note that vertically here does not mean upright or the opposite of horizontal. Vertically means coming from the same vertex. So these angles are on the same vertex and they are opposite. Hence they are called vertically opposite angles. And when two lines or line segments cross, 2 pairs of vertically opposite angles are formed. So the red angles form a pair of vertically opposite angles and the blue angles form a pair of vertically opposite angles. So there are 2 pairs of vertically opposite angles formed in each case. Now which is a pair of vertically opposite angles? Well, 1 and 2. If you see, 1 and 2 are adjacent angles. They have a common arm and the non-common arm lies on the opposite side. They have a common vertex. So they are adjacent angles. Hence, they are not vertically opposite angles. 1 and 3. 1 and 3 are on the same vertex and they are on the opposite sides. So 1 and 3 are vertically opposite angles. 1 and 4 are also adjacent angles. So they are not vertically opposite angles. So angle 1 and angle 3 are vertically opposite angles. Now if you look at these pictures, we see certain angles being formed. So, we will see certain angles being formed. These are vertically opposite angles. In this, we have a pair of vertically opposite angles. And in this danger sign, we have a pair of vertically opposite angles. But why are we studying these vertically opposite angles? What is the use of studying them? Let us see if we can find a relation between the vertically opposite angles. Let us draw two lines. So we draw two lines. Draw any two lines. Now, let's mark out the vertically opposite angles. So this and this form a pair of vertically opposite angles. Let's measure these angles. So we'll measure this angle with the help of a protractor. So we keep the center of the protractor on the vertex and we make one of the arms coincide with 0. So we see that this measures, if we extend it, it will go on till here. So this angle measures 83 degrees. So this measures 83 degrees. Let's check for the other angle. So we once again place the center of the protractor on the vertex and make the 0 coincide with one of the arms. So we have done this. We see the measure of this angle is 1, 2, 3. 80 plus 3, that is 83 degrees. So, this angle is 83 degrees. Even this angle is 83 degrees. Both these angles are equal. So, vertically opposite angles are equal. And I had drawn these lines randomly. So, you draw any two lines and measure the vertically opposite angles. They will always be equal. Let us prove it mathematically. So, we have lines PR and QS. They make vertically opposite angles 1 and 2. Now, let's mark an angle 3 here. Angle 3. Now, angle 1 and angle 3 form a linear pair. So, these form a linear pair because they are adjacent angles and they lie on a straight line. So, they form a linear pair. And what do we know about linear pair of angles? We know that the sum of linear pair of angles is equal to 180 degrees. So, angle 1 plus angle 3 is equal to 180 degrees. This is what we have. Let's call it as equation 1. Now, if we look at angle 2 and angle 3, angle 2 and angle 3 are also a linear pair of angles because they are adjacent and they lie on the same line. So, angle 2 and 3 are linear pair of angles. So, angle 2 plus 3 should also be 180 degrees. So, we have angle 3 and angle 2 form a linear pair of angles. So, 3 plus 2 is equal to 180 degrees. So, this is what we have. Now, from 1 and 2, we see that the left hand side is equal to 180 degrees in both. 1 plus 3 is 180 and 3 plus 2 is 180. So the left hand side of both is equal to a constant, that is 180. So this should be equal to this. We have angle 1 plus angle 3 is equal to angle 3 plus angle 2. So from 1 and 2, we have 1 plus 3 is equal to 3 plus 2. Now we can subtract angle 3 from both the sides. Subtracting angle 3 from both the sides, we get angle 1 is equal to angle 2. But 1 and 2 are the vertically opposite angles. So we can say that the vertically opposite angles are equal. So this is the formal mathematical proof that the vertically opposite angles are equal. Even if you take the other pair, so if you take angle 3 and angle 4, they would be equal. Let us see how. Angle 3 and angle 2 form a linear pair of angles. So angle 2 plus angle 3 is equal to 180 degrees. Again, 2 and 4 also form a linear pair of angles. So angle 2 plus angle 4 is equal to 180 degrees. So this is equal to 180, this is equal to 180. From this, we can say angle 2 plus angle 3 is equal to angle 2 plus angle 4. We can subtract angle 2 from both the sides. We get angle 3 is equal to angle 4. So we see that these vertically opposite angles are equal. So when two lines or two line segments cross, each pair of vertically opposite angles are equal. How do we denote equal angles? That is, how do we mark out equal angles in a figure? Let us see. Say we have to mark out that angle 1 is equal to angle 2. So make a small line on this angle 1 and a similar line on angle 2. This indicates that angle 1 is equal to angle 2. Now, how do we mark that angle 3 is equal to angle 4? If I make a small line, this will mean that angle 1 is equal to angle 3, which is not the case here. So I draw one more line to differentiate it from angle 1, because it is not the same as angle 1. But angle 4 is the same as angle 3. So I make it identical to angle 3. So angle 1 is equal to angle 2, angle 3 is equal to angle 4. There is another way of denoting equal angles. We draw an arc to say that these two angles are equal, and two arcs to say that these two angles are equal. So these two angles with one arc are equal, and the angles with two arcs are equal. So these are simply ways of indicating equal angles in a figure. Now can you find the value of x? Well, x and 97 are vertically opposite angles. So they should be equal. So x degree is equal to 97 degree. Hence, the value of x is equal to 97. Now, you need to find all angles. You are given angle AED is equal to 60 degrees. Can you do that? Let us see. Angle AED is 60 degrees. So let's mark it 60 degrees. Angle CED and angle AED are the vertically opposite angles. So they should be equal. So angle CEB is also 60 degrees. Now angle DEB, that is this angle, and angle AED are linear pair because these are adjacent and lie on a straight line. So these two should add up to 180. We have 60 here. So this should be 180 minus 60, which is equal to 120 degrees. Now this and this are vertically opposite angles. So even this is 120 degrees. And this is the magic of geometry. We knew one angle, and from this one angle, we have found all four angles using the relation between vertically opposite angles and linear pair of angles. Now this is a special case. In this, one angle is 90 degree. So even this angle will be 90 degree. Because these are vertically opposite angles. This angle plus this angle form a linear pair. So this angle will be 180 minus 90, which is equal to 90. This is 90 and these two are vertically opposite. So even this will be 90. So all four angles are 90 degree. And such lines or line segments are said to be perpendicular. So when two lines or line segments cross forming right angles, then they are called perpendicular. So in this case, we say that line CD is perpendicular to line AB. And there is a special way of denoting it. We write it as CD perpendicular to AB. So CD perpendicular to AB. This is the symbol which denotes perpendicular. It is an inverted T. So CD perpendicular to AB. Even in this case, CD is perpendicular to AB because it forms angles 90 degree. So although only two angles are formed and not four, but in this case also we say that CD is perpendicular to AB.